going to go ahead and fight the powers that be, and we're going to play a little ambush. So
All right,
as you
guys,
can see
welcome into
us,
Squad Ops
we
One
have a
Live
couple
events.
prisoners walking in.
We're going to peek in at the militia briefing
With
here,
their
then we'll
hands up, we
discuss what's
disarm
going
them.
on with
Do
Operation
not shoot
Iron
them
Man.
while they are still our prisoners. If they try to escape, meaning they get out of their cells during the op, go ahead and shoot them in the face repeatedly. So, name of the game is going to be to preserve your ammunition and preserve your concealment, because the moment that they know we're here, they're going to have overwhelming firepower because we have very limited ammunition. So, what we're going to do, we're going to spread out with our ball squad on the fob proper. We're going to have Phoenix's squad covering the prisoner cell location. We're going to have Dwarf squad screening in the marksman march location, and we are going to have Clay J setting up in the Neva foothills and moving out for a forward reconnaissance mission on the machine gun marker. Now, with all that being said and done, I want you all to have fun. I want you all to be careful, and I want to see you all in about 2 hours when this thing's all over. Everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Copy that.
Copy that.
Got it.
Yes, sir. Do not shoot the prisoner
Roger.
unless they try to escape their cell or they escape their cell. So, everyone will be handed to their squad leads for final
All right,
briefs.
so you heard a little bit of what's going on here on Iron Man. Militia captured a couple of Russian officers,
It's all good too.
and militia is looking to hold them hostage, try to get some what you call it, humanitarian supplies, as well as a limited supply, but a very specific supply of small arms from the Russian government in exchange for these officers' lives. Militia are intending to keep these officers for this round. They're going to keep them in a prison cell. You can see.
Guys, right, good luck,
I'm trying to hop off.
We got a live time. Got about 2 minutes to go. But this is Operation Iron Mask. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm bcarr. We're bringing you the premium Squad Ops experience, care of our producer Xbit and all of our POV streamers in the community. We hope you guys enjoy. It's definitely a change of pace compared to me flying around the map and actually looking for things to, look and missing things. I hope with all the perspectives you'll miss less things. Because when you have 80 people in a server, things are likely to get missed. You're going to see a lot more perspective of what it's like to be on the ground with these guys in this particular operation, now that we're multi-stream. So big shout out to Xbit for coming along and producing our stream tonight. So, Iron Mask, militia has been an open revolt here in the Gorodok region, and they are holding a couple of Russian officers hostage. Russians are now devising a plan.
Okay.
Since they've now learned that they've been stiffed at the negotiating table, the Russians are now devising the plan on to rescuing these hostages. The Russian plan isn't without very many specifics. They don't know where these guys are being held, other than they're in Neva somewhere.
Oh boy, you guys got a second floor? I might.
And the hostages have no way to communicate with the command. Cool. They're stuck here. Matter of fact, we have, I believe we have one of the hostages' point of view. So we could see things that are going on. There's a small detachment of militia that are guarding.
Let's make sure you guys
we have Mr. Moneyman.
You should be live.
And we're live now. Live, according to our Venom info. So the Russians are going to stroll up in here and attempt to secure the whole entire area. We're using the Gorodok Skirmish V1 layer of the map here on Gorodok. So that's Russia versus Mill. It's also a very small subset of the map. As you can see, when I zoom out my map here, you see Gordok's much bigger than this, but we're only using this small portion. So there's really a limited number of vectors that Russia can use to assault in. You can see Russia split their platoon up into 2 squads, attacking north and attacking west to east.
Copy.
They're moving out right now. They're moving out. They've got about a click to cover as far as terrain's concerned before they're able to start assaulting Neva. So we're going to take a look at some of these some of these militia positions, as well as go over who's actually running
I
this
want you to be communicating
game.
well, giving out call-outs.
On the ground for militia, Storm 489 is commanding, with Phoenix second in command. Dorf, Clay J, and Oddball are going to be his squad leads.
Don't be too close on the door long, so they
For
won't see
Russia,
your gun
Alpha
waving out.
Guido's running Russia. He's got Shukart in second in command, along with Sloth, Sebiv, and Nuclear Twister 6th. And they are running squads for Russia. Militia loadouts are complicated.
Because just one person can take that, and I'll do another one.
Most times in the squad ops, they're special roles that militia get to have in their squad, or each team has in their squads, more than just the squad lead and rifleman. This time that's not the case. Squads for militia have 1 squad lead, and that's it.
I'll glass for you. Keep in mind, guys, we got
Seeing
all these
here,
riflemen. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out where to go.
We're seeing here various
I think you're good to pull out
forces
southeast.
moving, going through positions. Militia loadouts, 1 squad lead per squad, and that's it. Everyone else is a rifleman. The militia loadouts also include 4 lats and 2 medics for the entire platoon. They also have a logi. However, that logi is extremely limited in its contents. They only have 200 units of ammo and 2,000 units of build. So plenty of fortifications that they can build around their...
Dude, this is perfect.
They can build around Neva. As you can see, they've built most of these around the prisoner bay.
Yeah,
You can see they have a few sandbags around here.
Dude, beautiful. All right,
Things to keep the prisoners in and generally shield them from stray
And,
rounds,
we're all
because they want to
reconning,
try to
guys.
keep
We're all
these guys alive, even though they really don't care.
So are we hot
See Moneyman, one of the hostages here, with Kuba, his compatriot, who's also been captured with him. Getting close to contact here. Let's go over Russia's roll real quick. Russia's loadouts. Each squad has 1 SL and 2 LMGs. Platoon has 2 lats, 2 engineers, and 2 medics to spread out over the entire platoon. They also have a transport and a logi. However, they don't get a fob. And since the militia are holding their mechanized crewmen hostage, there's an asset that they're not getting this round. That's a particularly strong asset for Russia. You see here, Russia, the furthest infantry closest to the enemy, that is militia, taking up occupation here in the rocks in Charlie 4, 5. They have a pretty good view over the field, and no reports on militia command about these contacts.
Come on, what's the ROV?
Don't fire until you see the
And
whites of
Storm
their eyes.
informing his platoon to not return fire or open fire. And as I say that, another comm comes through that is a contact report.
No, it's southwest.
Dorf has eyes on the Russian platoon here in 4 or 5.
Charlie 453. I see a single contact.
Copy that. Where there's one, there's more. Keep a close eye on it. If you can kill him, go ahead and take a shot.
Out on them. Keep their heads down as we maneuver. We'll take.
And oh no,
Start firing back, please. Start firing.
the militia are opening up against Russians?
Be
They
very
hit your
conservative
nightmare.
on ammo. We cannot survive.
And the
if we
Russian,
keep
but the
firefighting.
other part here is that the Russians look like they might be opening up here against targets of opportunity. The other thing here is that militia have limited ammo to use.
Do not be afraid to pull back.
The entire team on militia have only what they could spawn in with a rally at. So they're very limited on ammunition. All the light units for militia have rockets that have to resupply with the 200 ammo that is at the fob.
Enemy infantry spotted at Charlie 4.
And that's it.
Unknown.
Russians have an entire complement of ammunition to go with all of their forces. Militia are having to very carefully pick their engagements here, and I think they're regretting. Using their opening salvo to only wound one person on Russia right now. As you can see, the Russians have 2 squads maneuvering to the north, northwest of Bunker Ruins right now. And that's a great position because they have all sorts of defilade to the militia in the Neva. But militia have spread themselves out pretty well. Matter of fact,
You guys are in a good spot, Bravo. We're gonna get ready to cross.
we got Sebi here leading a Russian squad. They're on the southern edge of the operation zone, and they're moving out. They're going to run into a militia line here pretty soon. Militia have a couple squads plus another one in a relatively close reserve position along this southern flank in Neva.
Scanning.
And you can see Atomic here in Squad 3. He is part of the force that's pushing up north here. He's pushing towards Bunker Ruins.
All right, Lego and Zach, you watch your spacing, guys.
Yeah, you guys are way.
Lima, looking out to his southwest here, is about 300 meters or so away from Russian contacts that are maneuvering southwest. Probably just beyond his line of sight through these trees. It's difficult to see.
I see. Yeah, they've got one RPK set up. They have seen us, I think.
Are you sure it wasn't overshoot from our guys shooting at them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was overshoot.
Lip also looking in the direction.
204, my boss up on
He might actually be part of a fire team that's looking in the direction too. One's got a large place to. One for militia have a large direction to look through.
How many? 200 meters.
Whole
And
squad,
now
whole
we
squad.
have in the south
Whole
some
squad.
militia
Charlie 4, 9.
engaging Russian forces directly, but Russians using more suppress. Rounds landing pretty close to Boxer Acorn here.
Fuck these guys.
Everyone is semi-auto here, but you can see there's a fire team's worth of Russians on the opposite ridge. They're taking shots at everyone. Liberal Pundit is actually looking this direction. He falls back a little bit. I think he's looking for the right shot here.
Oh shit.
Considering they probably only have like 2, magazines, maybe 3. That's not a lot to work with. Liberals engaging Chameleon here at about a range of 150, maybe 200 meters from here.
Raj, I can't cover. He's
Liberal
like
getting shot at from E-Fank
Alright,
and
I'm covering.
Team, adding suppressing fire here. E-Fank sets his AR down, and I think he's adding a lot more fire.
Oh my god, that went right past my fucking head.
Boxy are almost getting clipped in the face. It's definitely the tale of haves and have-nots, and militia have not. The Russians have.
Command be advised, I still see contact in those rocks.
Copy that, that's probably against the fire.
Liberal just on the edge of trying to figure out
With your ammo. Only take shots.
where these guys are and being able to return fire here. He's got binocs. He's looking for, might be looking at E-Fank, trying to get eyes on this AR, try to call it out.
Oh my god.
How Liberal hasn't been hit yet is amazing. Efank is missing to his to Liberal's right and his to over his. It's actually tremendous.
Oh yeah.
We're pretty good on them. We're trying not to.
This AR is pissing me
AR
off.
of Efank here just sending round after round right at Liberal pundits, keeping him suppressed behind here. No doubt telegraphing his position. You know, tracers work both ways.
Squad 2 is taking accurate suppressive fire from the southwest.
Command, I have contact Delta 449. South.
Appreciate you guys tuning in right now. We got
Copy that. Delta
nearly
449.
35 viewers.
You're free to engage on
Appreciate
that
you guys
contact.
showing up.
Spare your ammo
Share the
if
stream
you
with a
can.
friend.
I
We
know.
got more to come. Ooh, round landing. Really close to Liberal pundit there. Meanwhile, we're taking a look at the Russian positions here, moving in on militia, really close in contact here with the northwest. We're going to take a look at that. Squad 2 militia moving. There's a fire team plus. They're actually in contact here. Multiple militia down as Russia rush in. Mr. Muffs here takes down Big Rago. They were really close to contact here. Looks like a fire team that was extended out by Squad 2 militia. And their shit hard taking down Mr. Muff.
We have an element to our south and an element to our
They're 50 meters south of.
Russia have a supreme position here. Look at this bunker. It's looking out over the entire militia, most northwestern position here. This is oddball, I think, part of this squad, or running this squad rather.
Slow them down. They can't cross the road without you seeing them.
And we got a Atomic Peach here. He's looking. He's maneuvering around. He's got himself some rockets on his back, and he wants to shoot something. But right now, they've just lost a man. They were able to kill a couple more here on militia. They know that they're real close to a militia position here. They're just trying to cover themselves.
Where are you shooting? I have no eyes.
Copy. Yeah, go ahead and.
Sebi leading Squad 2.
3. Let me know when you're ready to push the north.
And it looks like they've started to push across the forested area next to this major field where the exchange was supposed to take place.
Alright. 1v2.
One fire team's completely in the forest. The other one seems to be on this ridge line next to the railway.
Southwest, the opposition.
See, they're taking a position here in this small shed that's got some fencing around it. This is great for them because they're able to look out and still move ahead. But the rest of Sebi's squad here, moving rock to rock, trying to get eyes on militia positions here. And oh boy, they're definitely in. But militia's all spread out. You can see everywhere. There are blue triangles all over the screen. In front of this squad.
I got a fire team right under me. We're going fucking hammer.
Sebi squad is real close. As a matter of fact, his fire team goes in, and one of them goes down immediately. Imanaz is down. Looks like more Russians are moving cover to cover here, and they find themselves a shed pretty close to Dorf and Squad 3 for militia. Sebi himself is now moving up to try to meet the rest of his squad, to try to direct them closer to the action.
Copy that. They're going to be trying to come around you for it. They're trying to get those prisoners. Don't let them get those prisoners unseen.
I imagine they're just looking for fortifications, because I imagine they're looking at fortifications as a sign that prisoners are.
Kill those prisoners if they escape.
Throw that grenade.
Ooh, Revi gets the same rush, but as Same runs through a building, runs through a doorway. Flicker's also right.
Yeah, we got one. There was
And Revy knows Flicker's over here. I wonder if he has a grenade. Most likely, he probably doesn't.
There's guys south. It's all right now.
Matter of fact, most likely Militia don't have grenades. Elite and Coolest Guy runs. Coolest Guy goes down to Heavy. And Elite has to bandage. Hawk hears him through the wall, and a grenade goes out.
He's bandaging.
Might have been a Russian grenade, but Elite goes down. It was a militia grenade for sure. More frags tearing up the side of this building here, but militia holding their position.
Is that enemy smoke?
On dark.
Yeah, I think so. Enemy smoke. I think there's only one or two left here.
We have enemies coming up.
Russia throwing a squad way up in the north, skirting around, but
Enemy contact Delta 49. I've got enemy fire team or squad size element running up.
This spot's really paying off.
Dorf reporting in that
Concealment over cover,
they're
boys.
definitely
Ghillie
getting
suit.
charged right now.
I'm the ghillie suit man.
I want you to hold them from pushing in.
And so far, the Russians are continuously going out here. Here we see Silent. He's got himself on the top of a sandbag and crawling around doing stuff.
Just be aware
Real close.
they're coming around.
He's got himself a sandbag next to a wall here. He's able to peek out up over top of it.
There's a smoke. There's smoke further, 160.
He's taking his time, peeking. He takes a shot. Oh, he flaps distraction. He's
Riders.
and he kills there too. Silent with 2 kills. You see Sebi running around here. I think he's trying to get in the fight. He's pretty close too.
We're currently directly engaged.
Seeing more fire from militia come out here.
I haven't seen anyone yet. Other than those initial contact.
In the bushes over here. 42.
I got that, but I still can't see
Russian smokes covering their position, but
My guys are saying
they're still finding the wrong way to actually get through the smoke.
Contact still to my south, but they're slowly pushing back.
And looks like we got a little repositioning here from Russia. They're going to throw the remainder of Squad 3 to the north. They're going to join Squad 4 up there. They're going to make a push from north to south.
They're going to be coming at you from
2 squads still down here in the south for Russia. Doing relatively well, but they're just hitting this wall of spread out militia presence that they can't overcome right now.
Contact northeast. That's where they're moving.
Command, this is 1 buddy pair dispatched to 4's aid.
And it looks like Squad 1 over here on the east is going to send a buddy pair north. Might actually run into these guys here in Neva Low. Take a look at this, see what's up.
Doesn't normally work that way for me.
Got Hit Bust and Death Magnet. Buddy team moving straight north. They're going to run into 4's Bravo fire team, which is Nuclear Twister. Oh, actually, that's Silent.
We got about 30 seconds to get out of the cap zone.
And they're moving parallel right now. They're trying to move around Neva Lower Village here proper. Russian forces still being stopped on the southern front here.
Just in time.
So I imagine Russian forces trying to reposition what they can for a northern attack.
Continue your conservation of them. There may have been more of them than we know.
You see the prisoners at the bottom of my screen. You can see Moneyman's perspective in there. Still pretty quiet around there. However, the Russians are getting closer. Looks like within about 100, we'll call it, we'll call it 200 meters. Just about 200 meters away, Russians to the north, and there's a squad-size element that looks like they're only looking at maybe 3 militia right now. And they're being suppressed. We got Phoenix here with Vegetal and Magical Moon.
What's up? Should I get out of here?
They got some sandbags here for cover. but they're getting suppressed pretty hard right now by Rainbow Six.
Yep, understood. I see them as well. Squad 1, can I get your
Phoenix radioing up the chain of command that something fishy is going on up north for sure. And I think he's right about that. Sugar leading the squad up here. Looks like he's getting his buddy team to start filtering through. Moonman spots Twister.
Close left.
I think Moonman just spotted Twister. He's going to get his rifle out.
I've just lost the guy. He's calling out fire.
Taking some shots at Matt, Nuclear Twister and Rainbow Six here as they're crossing the field, moving south. Russians still suppressing this position. Matter of fact, I think Phoenix just died.
Okay, man, we're holding the south side pretty fucking good. If you need us to reposition somewhere, let me.
Copy that. I want you to reinforce For's current location.
Fast.
Lama, Sand Squad.
I'm sorry?
Lima being with Militia Squad 1.
Headbuster, they're directly to your east on D366. Long. We could have seen them from our hill that we were on.
He's still holding the line here, but he's falling back as Squad 1 for Militia has been recalled to the main Neva defense. Moving parallel to some Russian forces that were deployed all the way out here to the northeast. See Lima Bean moving close to his squad lead here.
Squad 2's got a team moving them on the west side to engage the enemy between north.
Said I couldn't hit that guy.
Russians making progress up here in the north.
Alright.
They're moved in on Neva proper here. Starting to move south. They're getting real close. So within 150 meters of prisoners.
They're not going to come over the top of the rocks. They're going to come around one of the edges. High or low.
Laundar's trying to figure out how to deal with...
I saw one peeking high.
And he sees...
That's east of the rocks, yep.
Looks like maybe Silas or Chadius?
Yeah, I don't see him.
Chadius Thaddeus, what a name.
Command unknown.
Oh, I got eyes on him.
Lima Bean has eyes on. Looks like maybe Chadius here. Taking some shots.
350 exact. He was peeking there. He's gone now.
And
I'm pulling.
maybe Maritimus is actually who was shooting at.
Well, and they still might come from our south, just to let you know. I'll just be wary.
Speaking of people that could... Oh, Lima gets pinged from the north here. I think that's Chadius.
Yeah, get down. Get down.
Yep. I'm good, though.
Lima's surviving here.
Enemies have reached the building. Understood for bringing people in for you right now.
Russians getting real close here.
Yeah, between you and
Russians now close to within local range of their prisoners. Now their prisoners definitely going to be trying to relay as much information as possible. As far as defenders here, there's only a fire team defending inside the barn, defending the prisoners. There's a Russian fire team right outside this fence here.
From the west.
Copy, they're on the north side.
Storm is moving up here to try to maybe directly engage, and that's exactly what he seems to be doing. Sugarheart's still alive here with Efank. No, not Efank. I lied.
Enemy forces
Looks like he's got Zaki and Fight Milk. Sugarheart's scaling the fence. He's going up and over. No one on Militia's looking at this.
Wait for the digging sound. Do not feel inclined to peek out.
I think someone just tried to shoot at Sugarheart here. He threw a grenade inside.
That was a nade, yep.
Yeah, that was a nade down.
Storm is moving up close.
Get ready.
John Daly goes down to Zaki.
Oh
no!
Shit.
Okay, but Storm through the fence.
Sorry,
there was right in front of him. No, that wasn't a prisoner.
They won't be able to get any up here.
Down in the,
so the Russian fire team that's closest to contact here,
reloading
for the prisoners, they're in.
I think there's two. Can I
Command, I'm
And prisoners are all alone again.
We're gonna come assist the north side.
Copy that. I got
Just hold
2
it down,
down
bro.
close
You got
quarter.
it.
We got it. I put mine on
I
auto, by
do
the way.
not have eyes on the prisoner. We're waiting to listen for them to start taking the sandbags, but I don't know if they've taken them yet or not. More than likely.
And
No, they
the
haven't.
prisoners
I
are
killed the guys who
alone
were
again.
right on the prisoners.
As it would have been a tall order to get about. Look at this. Look at this.
Squad,
Look at this
We got
protection
squad
here.
leader, east
Two
of,
layers
southeast
of double tall, or
watch your
2
fire.
layers of double up
They're gonna
sandbags.
comb that area.
Sandbags
So
are still
look at how much ridiculousness it would have
God, I'm an
taken
idiot.
Russia to have to dig these out.
It was a
Storm's
weird thing
been
for him
hit,
to do,
though.
honestly. Like, I could have done the same thing. More
And
than
he's looking around just to make sure that no one's
Like, yeah, I
creeped
don't
up
know
on
why
his
he started
prisoners
coming
here.
back like that.
Taking a look at
Actually, I saw he was bleeding.
casualties here.
Yeah, no, I think he was bleeding.
Me and
actually.
Mo, I'm gonna try and come to you.
Militia
I need
a
medic
lot.
badly.
Copy.
Russians.
Alright, this time let's not shoot
Looks
friendly
like they've
coming up the
lost
staircase.
30.
Yes, Roger.
But I'm not sure if that number's accurate.
Yet, so if someone comes up.
As we've had to fix some things. Looks like I see
Downstairs. Oh, so did we.
maybe 5 Russians left at this point. Yeah, so there's 5 Russians left. Seems to be a fire team force from Squad 4. It's Nuclear Twister. And then someone out in the south here also surviving. So maybe we got 6 people as a Russian squad gets engaged from range here. Russian squad trying to prone in here, trying to get in.
My Bravo fire team has been engaged to the north of 4.
Copy that. Be careful. Everyone continue conserving
It's
ammo.
pretty impressive. I wonder how many people on militia have actually rearmed. Since there's no vehicle to look for, I mean, what do? Medics allowed? Medics are not reviving players in one life operation. And we limit the number of kits. A Lima Bean's dead here. Looks like Uncle Niner, along with Silas. The long bet, sneak on the far east side pays off with a kill. Maybe more coming, but they got a lot to cover here.
We still have contact in Neva Foothill.
The medics don't revive players in one life operations unless they're specifically told to do so. And those are generally things designed into operations. In most operations, they ain't reviving people.
Or no,
Keeps things competitive, keeps things pretty streamlined.
Okay.
SL, do you want me to head? Do you want to head to the building east so I can get a better view?
Seeing Silas, Chadius, and Uncle Niner here. Maybe with one more in tow. They're flanking around here. Although Rainbow Six, I think he just went down as part of J2 Guns and Vader. They're actually real close to a militia guy. Oh no. Zabari.
Holy sh! I got 2 enemies. They just scrolled next to me.
Zabari was crawling in the field too, and he gets 2 kills. What do you know? That's why you don't turn your fix volume down, folks.
Is in close contact.
Goodness sakes. So everyone in the south, everyone in the north's dead.
Oh my god.
So the only Russians left are just looks like 5 guys,
2. I want you to spread your security.
and they're reflanking. They're retaking positions here in the south. They're going to push up from the south again, maybe to try to catch militia while they're off balance. Heck, we even have Chadius here. He's crawling through the freaking field. He's going to town.
Roger, Squad 2 is just in security to the southeast.
Nuclear Twister throwing some rounds down range here. He's serving as, I guess, a sort of distraction for us. Of course, militia don't have rounds to play with, but they're just going to fire back anyway. Why not? Ooh, he hits Tortilla.
Alright, we still got guys Delta 338.
Militia command trying to communicate that there's still people to the southwest or the southeast here.
Oddball have Long Schlong and Savari talking.
And Oddball having a buddy team flank all the way around here.
South.
Matter of fact,
Take it from there.
they're, you know, about 150 meters out, but they could get here in time because Nuclear Twister is obviously base of fire as the rest of the Russian team moves to the buildings to his southwest. They're going to start pushing north here. Matter of fact, Chadis Thaddeus leading the formation out here could reasonably start assaulting buildings that are occupied by militia. He goes back inside. I think he's hanging out here. Silas and his Uncle Niner nearby. Tinkerbell.
Enemy infantry close southeast of 2's
Oh,
position. Watch
and
out, 3.
looks like
What?
looks like the infantry close to Dorf just got called out.
Close to you, southwest.
And now that Dorf knows to look for it, I bet you they're gonna. Oh, multiples being shot at now. Maybe from Oddball's position, Silas got spotted here, standing up. Chadius open up. Dorf shooting along with looks like maybe Salty Potatoes from his window. Silas gets destroyed as Demon Einstein runs up on him.
Copy that, Dorf.
Demon Einstein. Chadius goes down and he gets shot up from the window. And Tinkerbell's dead. He just stands up and shoots him. And I believe that's everyone down here.
Understood. Getting my guys to bunker.
I'm gonna throw a nade that way anyway.
Yeah, it's everyone down here, I think. Oh, maybe someone's still up? No. So I think it's just up to Nuclear Twister now.
Enemies coming from for my brother fighting.
To save the remaining hostages. Shoot Salty Potato through the... Nuclear Twister running into the field. Gets gunned down by multiples. Maybe Tortilla, maybe Dorf, maybe Guz. And if I'm not mistaken, that's GG. So round 1 is done. Militia hold their position with limited supplies against a Russian platoon attacking them. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with round 2.
Well.
Yeah, that was good.
I like it.
gotta. Can we get on one of these rooftops to let them know we're here? Or no, just stand on the road. I'm going on it.
You don't want to be a problem player, dude. Come on. Come on now.
Just take up positions on the southwest side as needed.
Roger. Where do you want the truck parked?
Welcome back. We got round 2 of Iron Mask coming at you now. Getting everything set up here. Hope you guys enjoy that because it's going to be different this time around. I promise. I'm hearing rumblings that the militia are intending to exchange these two Russian officers in exchange for cool things like food and guns.
They did the red build.
Yeah, you're right.
Militia are still preparing their what they intend to do after they exchange these prisoners. We're gonna try to catch this prisoner exchange live. For right now, we're just gonna hold out, wait for everyone to get in position here. Matter of fact, the Russians sending forth a prisoner exchange detail.
Actually, Sebi changed the plans.
Led by Oddball. All the teams are flipped, by the way. So if you've never seen one of these before, we switch teams after every round of the operation, and the team plays the other. So for this time, the militia have decided to exchange the prisoners, which means they're basically giving the Russians a very cool toy to play with. And I alluded to this in round 1. They're giving the Russians the crew back for a BTR-80.
Yeah, I also want you to try to add live, send a fire team south over to this
So-
ridge line and just lie in wait. On the north side, you guys should be able to let them know when there's guys approaching, so they can pop up over there.
Looks like we have Oddball is the team in charge of the prisoner exchange here.
We're gonna be pretty aggressive here, guys, for the most part.
This was the team that was largely alive in the north end for militia at the last round. They were responsible for pretty much shutting the door on the last remaining forces for Russia last round attacking the point.
Nuclear will basically be working on the flank relatively aggressively and trying to
So it's only proper for them to get a responsibility like escorting prisoners.
you will handle the
Here we can see our prisoners.
I cannot think.
Kuba and Mr. Moneyman doing their thing, living their life.
You'll be a bit more east. Also, admin, I need
The unarmed Russian style.
Wait, so do you
If you didn't know, when you're unarmed and you have your arms raised, you get a different animation for most poses that you're in. When you're prone and you don't have your arms raised, you're just hanging out.
don't need it for rallies?
When you have your arms raised when you're prone, looks like to you that you have your arms raised, but it actually looks like this to everyone else.
Get your guys spawned in. Alright, rallies are all down.
cool V13
Paying to get his
things
rocket, or is there like no point in taking the lab kit?
that are soon to be
We're giving them
old
the,
things.
We're basically, yeah, we're giving them the thing. However, we do have this one Logi with the 200 ammo.
And just a reminder, as far as who's running what teams right now.
So they can rearm off of that, correct?
Alpha Guido's running militia right now. He's got Sugar as his second in command, with Slothboy 96 and Seviv and Nuclear Twister 6 as his squad. For Russia, we have Storm 489 running Russia this turn, with Phoenix as his second in command. Dwarf, Clay J, and Oddball are going to be his squad leads. And now you can see the Russian prisoners posing in formation.
Sloth, I'm gonna need you to keep back
The
buddy team.
I guess this is called the double decker right here. They are doubling up.
Roger. Are we?
They're
prisoner exchange, right?
yes.
So we take the Logi.
Wave and jump at the camera. These guys probably don't know it, but they're on stream right now.
The location is gonna be right in the middle of the field here, where I'm heading towards.
Got it. Okay. So
Matter of fact, I'm actually curious what these guys are saying right now, so I'm going to do something I usually don't, and I'm going to switch teams real quick just to see what these guys are saying, because I'm very curious.
Roger, good copy.
Once live, so I'll basically probably take the truck itself and I'll drive it back.
These guys were talking, and now they're not. Let's see if we can ask them a couple questions real quick.
Hello, hello. I don't know, man. They're pretty Russian too. We're not alone.
They're pretty irregular. Not gonna lie.
It's part of their name, right? I mean, obviously they're going to be different.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm starting to catch feelings from my captors, man.
You got some
Some
legit
Stockholm
Stockholm
syndrome
syndrome going? Like, whoa. You gotta keep that stuff in check, man.
Yeah, I want them to win. What am I gonna?
Well, anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but I just wanted to let you know that, well, actually, I'm not going to spoil that for you. You guys enjoy your round. Hopefully you don't die.
Thank you, voice of God.
I'm on this. I'm a journalist calling to you on a cell phone that was hidden in one of your pockets, and now this cell phone will self-destruct. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was just fun for me. I have to admit, that was just fun for me. We're going to switch back to militia here, as militia seem to have fully spawned in. All right. And now we're back here. Militia are getting ready. They're going to be doing, looks like they're going to be doing some squad level briefs, because they're intending to do something that militia did not do last round. These guys are going to exchange the prisoners, and they're going to go on the offensive, I imagine. From all indications, these guys are going to go on the offensive right as soon as the prisoner exchange takes place.
Just reload these so I don't get fucked later on.
Everyone's still spread out here in Neva, so let's take a look at the current Russian state of preparedness. This is the squad that's intending to take control of the prisoners. They're chilling. Matter of fact, they're getting a vehicle to help them transport some folks around, being driven by their platoon.
Alright, Where are the prisoners at, guys? Can we bring them up towards me? Just kind of like.
While all the other Russian forces are at their main, let's take a look at the map, real. 3 squads worth of folks are still hanging out at Russian main.
Do we even know where they're
And 1 squad is overlooking the exchange point, along with command there to directly oversee the exchange for Russia. A very responsible thing for him to do. I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this plan. Meanwhile, militia.
3 and 4.
Alright, because we're gonna have to get prisoners look like they're heading their way to the meeting. Do you want us to go ahead and rearm as much as we can off of what we have now?
Russian prisoners are in the field. They're moving.
Yeah, go for it.
Moneyman has his partner in crime, Cuba.
Alright, Sloth, we got, looks like they're down by like Charlie 487. I got movement down there.
And militia forces calling out current contacts to themselves right now. There's only 1 squad here overseeing the exchange, and militia are holding their positions behind the ridge line, keeping an eye on this exchange, as the Russian commander himself taking the responsibility on himself to pick up the... Wow. This is the sign of a true gentleman. A man who drives a tin can with 6 wheels into what could feasibly be his death to rescue you.
Alright, we're gonna send a buddy team to handle the trade.
The prisoners did not just escape. They were told to march in a certain direction until they saw friends. Matter of fact, they are signaling back to their militia captors just now that they have met up with their friends and that they're A-okay and that everything is cool and that their supplies will be coming soon in the form of humanitarian aid packages and black market shipments of weapons and ammunition. But of course we know that this is not the case. And the militia command is also out to do things. He's brought along someone to help gun these people down, if it's the case.
Yeah, I don't know what you're speaking right now. I see your mouth moving.
The language barrier is strong. The Russian commander, the militia commander are now running off to their line. Oh, everyone gets in. And there's a happy family happening here. This is a mediation for the history books, right?
Save ammo for the rest of the... Roger that.
The militia commander receiving the goods. Is attempting to communicate with the rest of his team here. And and the goods have been delivered.
Right, get it.
The Russians make good. This is an unexpected turn of events. And both commanders part their separate ways. The prisoners have been returned, and the supplies have been granted. And we are now live with the exchange undertaken. Russian forces spread out along their line. Some militia forces have actually been forward deployed in anticipation of treachery. We have the Goon and Relish here. They're moving up.
They're the buddy team.
They see
You stay
where
way
the
back
Russians
then.
are.
I'm so confused right now.
They have reports of where the Russians are, and now they're moving toward. They're sort of moving alongside.
Relish, are you fucking lot?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, stay back a bit.
These guys are forward deployed. Maybe they're looking at
Say that, and then
maybe
I'm gonna end it.
looking at trying to kill some vehicles here. Meanwhile, we got Lima Bean here, part of the Russian force, getting ready to move out.
Holy shit, we have them all.
They know the militia are in this area.
In between them. That should be good.
Looking at Peach, part of
Alright, everybody
Squad
get a full
3 here
load.
for militia. They've moved up north to Bunker Ruins. They're setting up a OP just in case shenanigans happen.
Go ahead and reload your primaries. Make sure you got a
As
bullet.
Neva is no longer an important location. Oh no! Contact!
Pull back. Admin saying pull back now.
Looks like militia have spotted 2 squads worth of Russians running across a field.
In the tree line south.
Got your nightmare here. He's got eyes on.
God, we're fucking exposed.
Looks like Dorf, Lima Bean, Liberal Punt, Evan, Fox here. A bunch of soldiers moving their way across to the south of this militia line here. And militia trying to suppress. This is a hell of a spot too. It looks like about 200 meters of distance here. And the whole squad being called out multiple times by these soldiers here. You can barely see them moving through. The Russians are just booking it. They are really just booking it here. Now they're starting to turn north. And now the Russians starting to take some more effective fire as they start moving north, getting closer to the militia. Lima Bean along with Lex Ryan here really forming a tip of this spear for this squad, for these 2 squads here. They're still moving northeast. Clearly the amicable prisoner exchange has given way. Ooh, Lima gets paint. And he has to bandage for his life.
Alright, one, you did a good job. Start falling back now. You gave Cap for 3 and 4 to get into position.
Perhaps they're getting shot at by Uncle Niner here and Efank's team, along with Sibiv.
In and around the objective.
We had a 38-minute round. Let's make it even shorter.
I was trying to figure out where that came from.
Oh my god.
He's got Lex Ryan pointed in the right direction. Lima's scanning that ridge line. I bet you he sees him. Lima pulls out his gun. Maybe he's looking to shoot some folks. He can barely see even from here. Vladdy Poutine's running around. You got Sebiv with binocs out. And Uncle Niner has himself a decent position behind some rock. But they have eyes directly on this position. You see Lex Ryan's prone. It's the only reason why he's not getting blown up here. Speaking of getting blown up here, the BTR has arrived. The crewman being rescued. This is going to be a huge target for militia forces. As you can see, some Russians are behind the BTR. They're going to move with the BTR to get some mobile cover here as they're going to move across this field. Risky, but it could pay off. Meanwhile, militia forces, look at the map. They've searched 2 squads to the west. 300-400 meters away from Neva. And they're attacking the Russian squad that was overseeing the exchange, which includes Russian command. They're having shots on them. There's a little field in some of the tree lines, or between some of these tree lines here, and Zabari's looking this direction too. You gotta imagine, he's got his binocs out, looks like right now. And you gotta imagine he's hearing shots come from this direction. Atomic Peach goes down. Storm destroys Atomic Peach at like 200 meters. What a shot from Russian command.
3 and 4, if you guys take 50%
Militia still on this push here. Sabari and Peach doing a little dance, trying to figure out what they can shoot at on this ridge line here. Sabari's saying suppression is cool. And Storm has his squad lead oddball over here. This is still a real problem for Russia. 2 squads are now pushing past their left flank. And they're coming around. Militia looking to close the door on the Russian position here. As Russia have pushed out from their main, they've pushed past a transport vehicle.
Copy that.
My southern fire team is getting.
What a turn of events here for this operation.
I'm gonna have them go ahead and serve people.
Copy that.
Alright, 4, we're gonna start rolling.
Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. There's a close contact firefight happening over here in the south. A fire team, looks like maybe Squad 2 fire team, gets completely descended on. They're fighting a reverse slope battle. Multiple casualties. Commander Cosmonaut Sloth goes down. I don't get shot. Is dead.
They're facing you guys, waiting for you guys to.
Imanov just eats a grenade. Dwarf and his squad have just rolled up on a fire team. And Chameleon has lost his entire unit. And he's hiding from Russians. He knows his time is short. Russians maybe not pushing off the cliffside here. But, wow. That's gotta suck for militia right now, knowing that you've sent a fire team out and you've lost a lot of them. We're gonna switch back to the western battle here, as now we have Russians closing within 50 meters here. Lucid eats a grenade. Part-time ninja turret is hit. He's bandaging and crawling back as Shughart leads a militia charge. And he's pulling his team back. Lego Dude eats a grenade from some a little frag rush there from militia or from Russia. Shughart continuously trying to get his guys to, get his guys to move a little bit south.
Copy. We're gonna need a little extra support. You're sliding a little too far without actual contact.
Are they on our side of the road?
I don't know.
Unknown.
Charlie, make sure you spread out.
Dead Magnet. You with me? You're watching Juno.
Got the BTR moving a little bit back to the west now. I think they're going to try to look at Militia Squad 4 here. I imagine the panic will increase as this BTR continues to get closer. We're seeing a Russian position, a pretty solid Russian position, just shooting at any militia. That militia force has been fragmented. The squad that was attacking the oversight squad here for Russia is disconnected, and Squad 4 SL goes down for militia, along with a few other people. This BTR is like right on top. Look at this. Mighty Man and Kuba have a fire team pinned in a creek.
Alright, who's squad lead now?
I don't think we get a new squad lead. We should move back to squad lead.
It defaults to someone
And there
else.
goes Thick Eve.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's
fucking
close.
beautiful.
Or Thick IEV or something. BTR just cuts them down, and now they're taking shots from the militia or the Russian infantry. These guys are stuck in a creek, and here comes the BTR and Kuba. 1, 2, and Tinkerbell gets pinged from the ridge line to his east, and he goes down. That is brutal. Militia Squad 4 getting destroyed. This western push out here not working out. Rainbow 6 is dead. I think the entirety of Squad 4 is actually dead now. Whoa. And Militia are keeping their 2 squads now close. The remainder of Squad 3, Shughart, commanding his forces to fall back.
Contact was to my south, is now moving west.
Copy.
Copy that too.
I'm gonna chill up in the trees over here.
Shughart trying to do what he can,
White milk you take.
knowing that he is outgunned and he could, you know, the contact could be coming from anywhere. He wants to set up a crossfire on this position to try to catch the Russians as they move north.
White milk you take this bush up. Copy. I'm gonna take a
Ooh,
spot.
if Shughart,
We're gonna sit in ambush and see if we can get a few. If not, then we'll lie low and come in.
depending on how far up that hill Shughart moves, he could get himself spotted. That leaves Bilrago and Fight
Alright, how are
Milk
your eyes
out
on
of
the
contact
road
with
traffic? You guys see it?
potentially.
Alright, let's listen for that.
Where militia lats? That's a great question, Scrooby. Who knows? It's a great question. The only militia lats that I think still exist at this point have got to be in the town in Neva. And there's no way they can effectively gauge BTR from here. Speaking of the BTR, it's found the railway. And if Kuba has any eyes, he might actually spot Shughart's fire team lying in wait here. It stops. I think it spotted someone on the ridge line. It may have seen... Nope. Turret's still scanning. Ooh, it stopped. Maybe it saw Fight Milk. Although Fight Milk's prone. I think they're still scanning for contacts, and the BTR moves on. It moves into the field where the prisoner exchange took place. Familiar territory for this crew. And now the BTR is in danger. Depends on if militia can mobilize some, Ooh, looks like Fight Milk dies to the BTR. And now Shughart, with his perhaps last words to command, as matter of fact, he's got Storm like 10 meters over. He's looking for... He's looking to send up position of the BTR to command, but Storm is real close. Ooh, this is a bad position to maybe see, but you can see Shughart. He's got eyes on the BTR, and the Russians are very close. Matter of fact, this is platoon command for Russia. Storm, he's hiding here. Shughart, with eyes on the BTR the entire time. Maybe this BTR knows that someone's nearby. Maybe he sees... Maybe he shot the one person he's looking for a buddy. Ooh, he's real close. Shughart staying still. With Storm right on top of him. Ooh, if Shughart just turned... Oh, the BTR gets Shughart. Now Big Rago's all by himself. Big Rago, a fire team leader, actually gets command comms, so he might have some additional information to pass up the chain. But the BTR, Doesn't know he's there? He's not ragdolled by the BTR going over him, though. So, the BTR assumes he's not there. Big Rago might actually be able to have a chance to clip out Russia Command. BTR is going to reposition to reattack Niva.
Okay, if it kills me, I don't care. That was just funny.
Oh, Big Rago. The eye in the sky sees, my friend. Oh, Storm actually got pinked from Niva. He got hit. Let's take a look at the BTR's position again. Then we're going to take a look at what militia's up to right now. BTR just scanning for contact. Money's the driver for the BTR. Starting to move out a little bit more to his northeast. BTR on top of the hill now. And more command comms for militia. Disclosing that position. Just looking for anything to pop right now.
Keep your other fire team in here. 2, I want you flying and wait on that hilltop. If you start taking part of that BTR, fall back off the hilltop, opposite direction of wherever the fuck that BTR is shooting you from. Copy.
Big Rocco's still alive. Russians redeploying here a little bit more to the west. They got a squad up on this hill. I think they're going to put a base of fire up. Take a look at the map. Ooh. Yeah, taking a look at the map, it looks like we got maybe 2 squads worth over here. Maybe the casualties are a little bit closer than I thought.
You guys are good with nades?
Sabari Putter Squad 2 here, repositioning himself. And Moneyman with the BTR in a pretty decent position. He's repositioned it. He's facing his BTR southeast. You see the Russians are now maneuvering a lot more to their west now. Command, along with Oddball's remaining squad, they're pushing west across the field. And the BTR's now falling back to maybe support them a little bit as they're going to go up over this hill again. Russian squads are providing base of fire.
We're moving east, coming up on this ridge with clay.
They gotta make the thing less sensitive to...
BTR just slowly moving up towards these ruined fortifications here. This bunker. See Dorf here, he's occupied a bunker. Multiples coming this way. Oddball's also coming this way with the remainder of his squad. Ooh, I wonder if Kuba might actually see some militia here. Your Nightmare's got himself inside a building. Perhaps not him. But the BTR is going to move forward a little bit. And here we go. Russians engaging up here in the northwest rather. The BTR slowly creeping up. Relish a lat unit here. This is the closest lat to the BTR, and he's got his AT out. He wants to make a kill. And he would be a hero if he hit this BTR in the right place. Matter of fact, he's got himself a pretty close position here. If only he could get out there without getting shot. But the fence is in his way, and the BTR's position with the fences in his way just makes it too difficult for him to make a shot. But if he stays here and he doesn't get discovered, you never know. A lat shot on the BTR, if it was straight in the rear, that could be some serious tide changing here for militia. Ooh. BTR deploying smokes. to cover infantry advance as the majority of the Russian team is up here now. Your Nightmare trying to communicate directly to Relish over here. Ooh. BTR now moving up on the hill. Relish might have a shot at this, actually. I wonder if he can... I wonder if he's ballsy enough to try to shoot it through this fence. Militia or Russian infantry now clearing buildings next to your Nightmare.
Yeah, like on the south side of your building.
Russians looking in. You can see Hawk looking in here with Salty Potato right next to him. Looking in to see. And they might not... I think they know that there's a militia in here. There's some militia in here. Dorf kills Relish. Relish tries to sneak out the backside of his compound. Gets spotted by Dorf. And looks like maybe a frag from Russia hits Dorf here. Dorf trying to bandage. And Dorf bandages up.
Actually, do you think that hilltop's good, or you want to move into the town? I'll give you a decision, because I don't quite know what's going on.
Russia has a pretty strong position here.
So I'm gonna have to go north anyways.
Alright, the maneuver as you need to. Leashes off.
More grenades. I think they're trying to grenade your Nightmare. Ooh. That's brutal. I think your Nightmare ate a frag from a grenade across the room from him. And he goes down. Russia closing the noose here. Trying to do what they can. We got actually, it looks like a fire team. Oddball with Zabari up here in the north. They've gone on this little flank here. They found a ridge line. This is a pretty strong ridge line to take. Zabari up here trying to spot positions. He's trying to find some infantry moving around, trying to respond to this northwest aggression here by Russia.
BTR's moving on the northwest side of town. I'm gonna maneuver and try and flank this north.
And Sebi is going to move this direction. Ooh, Sebi's going to move directly into this fire team here. He's leading the pack. Oh, no. If Zabari gets eyes back up on this ridge line. Oh, Sebi's just running towards him. Sebi's called out. He's trying to get eyes on. But he's running straight into, looks like a fire team plus and a fire team that's maneuvering around where he... Meanwhile, Russians starting to clear western Neva.
They might have guys trying to get on the east side of Neva. So
Sebi more right than he knows.
like they might have guys.
He's going to go up and over. Oddball actually going around him.
Eyes on close.
And Chameleon saw Oddball. Sebi sees Eyeball. Chameleon takes a shot at Oddball, and it looks like maybe Zabari or Silvers took a shot at Sebi. Oddball turns and destroys Chameleon, though. Looks like maybe a trade. Grenades going up and over Sebi.
Yep, I got guys to my northeast.
Sebi hears Zabari trying to hit the rocks. Zabari's on. Sebi hears Zabari on the rocks. It makes a pretty distinctive sound. Silver's taking shots at Sebi though as he's skylining.
And Flicker.
And maybe Uncle Niner hears Zabari too.
They're running around up there.
Zabari trying to scale these rocks here. Maybe he's getting a little closer.
Oh.
No, Zabari's just looking. Zabari's looking at where Sebi came from, switching back to his rifle. Looks like he's going to try to move himself along. Sebi's still up. as Russians and militia trading on the northwest side of the area.
Enemy squad leader.
Uncle Niner. Oh no, that wasn't Uncle Niner. That was Sebi. Sebi traded with Zabar.
Oh yeah, he heard that.
And now more grenades coming up and over. If this bounces bad, ooh, that's real.
I'm dead. You don't have to come check. Oh man.
Uncle Niner, resident.
I will survive.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Hey. Is that the BTR? No need
Oh,
for that.
speaking of the BTR, it's just rolled up here on the south.
Chill.
He's looking for any militia over here. BTR has actually been hit by a rocket. You can see the damage here. It's in yellow to me, so that means it's probably around 50%. Oof. Kind of sad I missed that. Russians really clearing out here. Matter of fact, militia forces have been consigned to their radio. Command.
It's right in front of me.
Command is the last squad lead up, aside from.
Is
Sloth still up?
I'm in the northeast.
Sloth is still up. And technically, Uncle Niner's now squad lead, as he's a fire team lead that's been promoted. Sloth just holding position here, looking for contact to report. BTR moving towards shots. Uncle Niner lets Oddball get by him. I think he sees him, or he heard something. Oh!
I saw that bitch too. I saw that one.
Death Magnet ends Uncle Niner. Oof. And that's what you get for trying to hold fire in a weird position. It's a valiant effort by Uncle Niner there. BTR rolls up, shows its ass to the building where all the militia are now. A little repositioning going on here. As I imagine the BTR is just gonna switch to HE and just go to tank if it could. Oh no. Frag TK is coming in as Russia. Oh, what is this? Dorfus used all his bandages and he's getting bandaged up?
Zeke, can you see the doorway?
Yeah, I got
it. Sandbags in the building.
Okay. I'm gonna try to throw a nade out there.
Here comes grenades, possibly?
Keep in mind, guys, you do have a medic down here.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's also a basement to this building, FYI.
The doorway, fuck it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Hey, guys, remember, they have engineers as well. Alright, keep your fucking ears open. They could fucking start placing IEDs and C4 on here.
Good nade.
Grenade in. Oh, out.
Grenade. Damaging sandbags, but nothing much.
I still have the doorway.
Yeah, I'm watching the other side too.
Killed one.
Nice.
And that's Zeke. Got damage on Boxier. Alright, got damage on Salty Potato. Ooh. What?
Zeke, you up?
Yeah, I'm up. Got the doorway.
Alright,
Zeke is a freaking Terminator right now.
again, they have engineers. Keep ears open.
And Alpha Guido
I hear something. I don't know what it is.
trying to tell his guys to keep ears up for the engineers.
West.
There's something on my right.
If they use an explosive charge, that's bad news. So it looks like we got Zeke here in the compound with a distraction watching the basement staircase, and Alpha Guido
They're consolidating.
is the last line of defense for the radio.
Yep, get ready, boys.
Shift us left, boys.
Hey, does anybody have the door? I gotta reload.
Oh, the goon's in here too. The goon's on the staircase watching the front door.
It'll be hilarious if squad lead came back from that fire alarm.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Is he still up?
Am I allowed? Those are two
He's still up.
Oh, that's what's happened to Sloth.
I think
Where are you? We need you, man.
Oof. Real life takes its toll sometimes. But you gotta put your own safety first. You gotta respect those alarms, man.
It's kind of like funneling.
Well, I mean, if you have to.
What's funneling?
The little spikes to the ground.
There's Sand Hippo here too. So there's 5 militia here.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
Hey, so here's the question. What do we
So
do
there's
about that?
4 in the building here,
Nothing.
I think, and then there's a 5th. Oh, there's 5 in the building here,
Fuck, one just went up on the
and
hill. I couldn't shoot him because
Sloth Boy's a 6th outside.
Oh, actually.
Let's take a look at what.
If he lays down, I'll have a good angle on
Oh, the BTR now just perforating the building as best it can.
You up?
I think it saw. Oh, Zeke gets pinged outside a window.
We lost Zeke.
So Zeke got hit because of sandbags being dug down or something? I'm not entirely. So, Russia just shooting the building up. Russia's objective is now this radio. Russia have buddy teams stacked up all along this building. Phoenix and Frost over here on the
Alright, boys.
on the east.
So last stand, let's keep it up.
Oh, there you go.
Squad leaf still alive.
Yo, get away from the fucking walls. Let them just place the fucking. Yep, they placed C4.
Yep, that just happened. Someone set a charge up here on the east side. You could see it right.
Left, southeast.
It's gonna pop.
No,
And a second one just got set too.
Oh, fuck.
Hug the fucking center. Everyone just hug each other. Don't let go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, good luck, everyone. I love you all.
Militia command. Oh! That actually didn't really kill anyone. Another one out front of the building.
Northwest, I think.
I think.
Nope.
I heard a guy die on
Okay,
the outside.
there we go.
Alright, that's 2 of them.
And here we go. Oddball. Phoenix. The entire Russian team comes in. They're all upstairs.
I hear them.
We got the door.
Militia shooting down from upstairs.
We're shooting through the ground.
Grenades.
If you see their gun, shoot through the walls.
Wow.
Nate, get away from that sandbag.
Going super wide on the FOV here. Grenades also coming in. Here we go. The first one to peek is Sabari, or Ghost, or Frost. Frost gets the goon. Sand Hippo gets Frost.
We got.
Russia reorganizing themselves up here. Sand Hippo gonna throw a frag. Russians try to get out of the way of the Sand. No one gets hit. Next up looks like Phoenix, Salty Potato, and Miyamoto are trying to size up this staircase here.
I know it.
Oh my. And Phoenix
We need to die.
Phoenix coming down. He's got Salty Potato, or he's got Miyamoto coming around his side.
Yeah.
Maybe a grenade getting thrown out here. It's gonna bounce off a wall. Doesn't have the distance though. The Russians move back inside. More sandbags come down though. That could help as they clear this area out. But that gives Distraction a perfect angle. That's gonna give Distraction and Sand Hippo a great way to shoot in here.
Sandbag's gone.
I don't think Russians spamming a wall. The Russians aren't really gonna be able to see them until the last second here. Pre-firing the corner like a boss. Oh, and there goes the sandbags back up. Trade there. There goes Phoenix, Silver.
You down?
Silvers is down, but Distraction got hit,
They're spraying through the
and I think that frag was a little short.
There's
No friendly fire yet, though.
I gotta somehow still alive.
But the sandbag's still getting torn down. Oh, what an end to an. More frags coming in from Dorf. It hits us. It hits a wall. Sand Hippo eats a frag. He's dead. Unlucky for Sand Hippo.
2 can play at this game, you fucks!
Russians have thrown a smoke down?
There's like a full squad
So
of
it's just
Distraction.
Distraction and Alpha Guido here. Bunny Man coming right down. He's right behind. I would say he's right behind Storm, but I think I'm just misreading the situation here.
Get ready. They're gonna
Money
push
Man
Blitz down.
tossing
They're
smokes
tossing
in,
smoke now. Frag out.
and Alpha Guido gonna add a frag in.
Was that
Oh, maybe
yours?
not. Oh, here we go. Distraction takes down Salty Potato, and then Einstein comes around. That's it. Demon Einstein solos the remainder of militia forces here, and that's GG. Oh my god. What an epic ending to Operation Iron Mask tonight. That's exactly the type of top tier action we're looking for here in Squad Op. Whew. That was the shit. I'm going to say that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate all of you guys watching. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Some pretty great CQB to end the operation. On behalf of XBit, our producer for the multicam tonight, I'm bcarr. We got operations coming up we got a post-scriptum mission coming up on Friday. Definitely check out the calendar if you got basic to sign up for that. If you don't have basic, register on our website, get started with the process there, and join the community. We have basics going on all month this month. We got like 7 more. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm teaching basic. It's going to be fun. Hope you guys, if you guys are interested in that, show up for that. But for XBit, I'm bcarr. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.